Alright guys, so we unboxed the phone and as I said, I have switched my shirts. Now let's talk about the camera. Before that, few selling points of the phone. One is the 90 Hz refresh rate, and then it's exclusive chipset. I can't say it's exclusive. This and the Redmi Note 8 and one other phone I think has the MediaTek Helio G90T, which is exceptional. But I will talk about that a bit later. Now let's talk about the other selling point, which is the camera. So it's one of the best cameras I've ever experienced, I've ever had. I've never had a S21 or an iPhone. I've never even touched an iPhone. So the best camera I've ever seen. Now let's take a look at the camera samples from the rear smartphone. Let's take a look at the portrait mode. The portrait mode, as I will explain in a new section coming later in the video, is based on an Eastern trend. It's too much blur in the background, and the foreground has been cut out and pasted back from the background, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't like the portrait mode that much in the back or even in the rear camera in this case right here, but still it's fair enough, it's good enough. Then let's get into a bit of 64 megapixel photos, and these are exceptional as well. It's a very high res pic, so it performs good enough. Now let's talk about normal photos. The normal photo mode, how it does here as well. It does well, but the one thing that I noticed is the high dynamic range. If you enable the high dynamic range, it makes about 30% of the difference, if you know what I mean. The photo has considerable amounts of high dynamic range in its normal mode and the 64 megapixel sensor. The other thing this has is AI scene recognition. If it sees plants, it will right down there, it will recognize that it's plants. If it's indoor, it will recognize indoor. If it's outdoor, it will recognize outdoor. Then a lot of good features and like that. The slow-mo is good. What can you say about the slow-mo? I don't know if it's good enough. Yeah, you can see slow-mo. It's slow enough, but not too fast, not too slow. You know what I mean. Then there's the time-lapse mode, then the pro camera mode. And another thing that I found out was, as in the review made by Gadgets 360 NDTV, it has a very mediocre, below mediocre night mode performance. But when you enable the flash, this has a special kind of focus that is able to produce photos like this. Look at that. That's a fantastic rose plant. The first camera module, the first camera sensor in that setup is the 119-degree ultra-wide sensor. It is pretty wide enough, but in this edit I can't show it because it doesn't fit in the frame. So yeah, that's my photo comparisons or photo samples. Now let's just look at the video samples. Hi guys, so this is me recording in 720p 60 fps. So there's a background noise going on, so you can test out you can find out the background noise cancellation off the phone through this clip. Hi guys, so this is me. Now I'm recording at 1080p 60 fps per second. You can see the change in resolution in the video itself. Now all the background noise has been removed, so now you guys can compare the previous clip with this clip. Hey guys, so now I'm recording at 4K 30 fps. So as you can clearly see, there's a change in the frame rate, and if stabilization is enabled, 4K the 4K clip dips in frame rate at a high high rate. Alright guys, so now we're recording at 1080p 60 fps with stabilization on. It doesn't look like it's 60 fps, it's somewhere near the 24-30 range. The stabilization works below fine but the frame rate and the resolution is affected highly even in 1080p footage. The front camera, I'm shooting in the front camera, so if you could figure it out, yes, this will be the quality of the front camera. Now we need to talk about a little bit of software right here so that we can rate it later time. So I have a screen recording right here. That's from the inbuilt screen recorder. It's a voiceover. I can't do it at the time because it's noisy here. Alright guys, so welcome to the software review of the smartphone. It's the basic pixel-like UI in this Realme 6 smartphone. Realme 6 smartphone here as well. We have the dual messenger system here too. That's inbuilt. That's already enabled. Now let's look something about the phone. Of course, it's the B-Domain official device. Let's look at the Android version now. It's 10 and the security patch is of December 5th. I haven't even got the January 11th January safe security patch yet. So Realme, please give the Android 11 update fast, ASAP, please. Anyways, Realme won't hear this, would they? We have the OTG connection enabled on the Go USB. Then I would recommend to disable recommendations from inbuilt Realme apps, okay? Then we have the screen recording like of the Android 10. You can set the custom video resolution and all you can figure out once you buy the phone. Now let's look at the convenience tools, gestures and motions. The basic rise to wake, flip to mute, all of that settings, and this is my personal favorite, screen of gestures. At the top, as you can see, screen of gestures. This is the ColorOS signature screen of gestures. These are the best. Double tap to turn the screen on, O to enable camera, V to turn on flashlight, then music screen of controls. Then I draw an up arrow and here we go. YouTube has been opened. You can set up custom screen of gestures, all of that. The gestures on Pixel stock software and ColorOS is fantastic. Then we have the assistive ball, just like in iOS. Then we have the smart sidebar, just like One UI. I have enabled it for some simple quick access operations. Then we have the screenshot. We'll get into that in a bit. Then we have the navigation buttons. We have the swipe from both side gestures. Then we have the virtual buttons, which I'm not using. The one which I am using is the swipe from down. It's in iOS stock software, Google stock software. It's in both of them. I'm using that currently. I love that. It's absolutely fantastic. Now you can scroll down with 3 fingers to capture screenshots, and there's an option in that for scrolling screenshot. Now let's take a look at the software update section. It is up to date as of now, and the trial version is now not available for Realme 6 devices. It has been closed, I guess. Anyways, my version is up to date and it's a big jump for me from Android 5 to 10. Anyways, we have the battery saving options. We have the phone battery usage. You can check that. You can save the power. You have gaming performance modes, high performance, medium performance, all of that. I am in absolutely no performance mode so that I can save my battery. Then we have basic status bar navigation, simple, same as the Android 10 software. Then we have the Oppo screen effect, which will enhance the colors. If you hold the power button for a few seconds, Google Assistant will pop up, and if you hold it for 3 seconds, the power shutdown button will open up. Then we have the dark mode. I'm sorry, I forgot to enable it. I love dark mode as well. Then we have a very fluid screen here, and something else I need to mention is I don't really use the Realme stock contacts option, messaging option. I use the Google phone and Google contacts and Google messaging so as to sync my data as I switch between smartphones. So as an Android user, I would highly recommend that to all other Android users to out there. And you could see Blogger, I'll explain that in a video coming soon. Then let's take a look at the file manager, basic layout and all of that. Now if I delete a file, it will be there in the trash or the recently deleted for 30 days. Now I can permanently delete it by myself, by my will. Then we have the recent files, recent documents and that. So that's it for the software review of the Realme UI of the Realme 6. Alright guys, now it's time for the introduction of a new section. Let's say it's a revamped segment. It's rating day TBD, or if you translate that into Spanish, rating by the B domain. TBD doesn't have a translation, guys. It's TBD, the B domain. Okay, whatever. Let's get into that. I have recorded my ratings here. We'll do all of that. Okay, so first let's get into the design of the phone. You know, I like the design. The big thing for the design, in my perspective, is that the fingerprint sensor is inbuilt into the power button. That helps me in a lot of ways. So the design gets 89 out of 100. That's 89% from me. Now let's get into the next one, which is the display. It's not the highest resolution display, but it has good viewing angles. So I should be respectful, but since it's not that big of a resolution, I will give it an 88%. That's 88 out of 100. Not the best of displays, but not the worst too. It's above average. Okay, now let's get into the next one, the camera. The front camera is fantastic. The back camera is even more fantastic. The depth and macro sensors are absolute trash, but still, considering the rear camera gets a 92 and the front camera gets a 91. Now why I didn't give, this is only according to my perspective, should I say, why I didn't give these cameras a 95, 96 is just one, there are better cameras, and second one, the portrait mode in mid-range smartphones are absolute trash. They're freaking trash. Portrait mode should have a subtle blending. There should be good background. There should be a good mix of the background and the foreground. But mid-rangers cannot seem to do that in any right way. But let me see.
One of those things, if you go towards the west, European and countries and towards America, they prefer a better software experience, not a better camera. When you come further towards Asia, China, all those parts, they want to put like a hell lot of face filters, smoothing, portrait, this and that, and that's one thing I hate about the Eastern market, the India, Asia, all those parts. They prefer more of that, but I don't. I hate portrait modes and mid-range. For retrospect, let's look at a photo of Mr. Boss. Click on this. Let's look at that.
So now let's move on into the next segment. This is my favorite component of the phone, is the software. Realme UI. One of the best UIs I've seen out there, minus bloatware. So I'm going to give it steady and fantastic. Should I say fantastic? Above better. It's so similar to Pixel UI and to ColorOS. Should I say it's the combination of ColorOS and Pixel UI. See, the off-screen gestures of the ColorOS are fantastic. Absolutely the best off-screen gestures in any OS. The ColorOS has the best. And this UI, the Realme UI, has that rounded icons unlike in Pixel smartphones. So I will give it a solid 93. Did I say 92? No, I'll give it a solid 93 out of 100. That's 93%. Speed, as I said, it's not consistent, but according to my tier, it's blazing fast 2.0. It's not blazing fast 1.0. It's not meh, should I say. It's blazing fast 2.0. All those tiers I'll introduce in a video coming soon. Okay, so that's the speed or performance part of it. Now, the biggest of all, value for money. This is the easiest I've ever had to make or even think about a smartphone. Yes, it is 98.25% value for the money. Why did I get rid of the 1.75%? I would have liked a better battery. I know this is a bit too critical, but still I would have liked a 4500 mAh battery, but that would have made the phone heavier. But the Realme 7 has more battery than this, or has 700 mAh more than this, and weighs only 7 grams extra. So comparing that phone, I would have liked the 4500 mAh battery. So to round it all up, am I happy or satisfied with my device? Okay, yes, of course. Let me say font size 94. Yes, of course I am. It's a fantastic price range. If you check down the link for the Realme 6 Amazon USA price, that's $240. I got it for $60 less in India. That's what Realme and OnePlus are extravagant. The pricing, the value for money, it's pitch perfect. I absolutely love this phone. I have been using it as my daily driver for 2 months for now. So yes, I'm hella satisfied, and overall we will be ending the rating the TBD for this episode of the review here. I will give it a 96%. Yes, according to my needs, it's a 96%. 96 out of 100. So do tell me in the comments what your ratings are. It'll be fun to know. Do comment your doubts and queries and all in the comment section. I will be replying to all of them. If you want to buy the Realme 6, links in the description below. They are not affiliate links. And I had one big important thing to say. This is not in any way at all sponsored. It won't be. Only 15 subs, 15, 14, I don't know. This is not sponsored in any way whatsoever. The links down below are not affiliate links. And if you want to know more about the Snapdragon 400 of the last gen, the MediaTek Helion G90T I mentioned in this review, and more about the Realme 6 itself, all the links are down in the description below. If you wouldn't mind, follow me too in YouTube actually. And we have a Reddit page, a subreddit page put up. So if you wanna roast me, if you wanna congratulate me, if you want me to react to your post, go there, follow me. We are about to hit 2 followers. Yes, I'm the only follower. I think 1 follower. I can't even follow my subreddit. So if you want to troll me, if you want to humiliate me, you can do that as well. Keep techie, be extravagant, keep being extravagant. Check out guys, and see you.